So I'm gonna skip it a little bit because I love any type of music that makes you want to dance and it's positive. Yes.
I'm mad you went to soca because
I can go all
split in the middle, make the two toys jiggle, climb on a table, my girl, I know you able, split in the middle, make the two toys jiggle, climb on a table, my girl, I know you able.
Yo, what's up? We got another video coming to you live. I'm Jamel.
And I'm Jamal.
Together we are
the Massie twins.
Okay. We got another video, like I said, coming to you. Today's video is going to be about...
We're going to do a Q&A. We posted up on our Instagram, for y'all to ask, on both our Instagrams, for y'all to ask us some questions to kind of get to know who we are as the Massie twins, especially because we are fraternal twins, so we don't live the same life. We've done a lot of some of the completely different, opposite
You
things.
see him look this good, right?
Yo, stop it. So, we ask y'all to ask us questions to get to know us, so that way we can let y'all into our lives and who we are as the Massie twins and Jamal and Jamel. And we both got a bunch of questions, but we picked out 10 good questions that we each, what we're going to do also is if I ask one question, we're both going to answer it, together. So that way you guys can understand Jamal and Jamel. So
basically right now you're going to get 20 questions answered by both of us.
Yeah, man. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I actually got the first question waiting on you.
All right, let's do this.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so somebody asked me on Facebook that they wanted to know what it was like to be a twin brother. But when they asked me that, they asked me about us being fraternal versus identical. So basically they're asking us how we feel about being twins.
So for me, I'm gonna answer for me. It was up and down for me growing up. I hated that my mom tried to dress us the same when we were younger, because it's like, as y'all can see, we're not identical, and we're not trying to fool nobody. Even though we have gotten away with it, I think at times it was fun because it's like, we don't look alike. We look enough alike to tell we're brothers, but we aren't identical. So to me, it's like, if you're that slow that you can't tell us apart, something must be wrong with you, man. Like, don't get me wrong. We used to play tricks on girls growing up on the phone because apparently we sound alike. But if you're sitting right in front of us and you can't tell us apart, to me, I'm just like, really? Dude.
Right.
Really? So, I mean, it was up and downs growing up, I got in trouble for him a lot, for stuff he did, But on the same note, it was just like, and honestly, most of my high school time, nobody even knew I was a twin. Because it was just like, I wanted to be my own individual, so it was like, I didn't really talk about him. We went to different high schools, so I really didn't talk about him. Unless you really came to my house and knew I had a twin brother, I really didn't talk about him. So a lot of people in my high school didn't even know I had a twin growing up, so it was just up and down, I just wanted to be an individual. Even now, I hate when people, on our birthday, I hate when people be like, happy birthday, twins. No, send me an individual message saying happy birthday.
Yes.
Send him an individual message, happy birthday.
Right.
Because it's like, come on, we're individuals. Just like most people don't know, our aunt shares our birthday with us. So when you try to put all three of us in there,
it's a problem.
It's a problem, man.
But our aunt makes it very clear every birthday that even our friends don't forget it's her birthday too.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's all on the fine. That's your birthday. We were your birthday presents back then.
Yeah.
But we are grown. We are our own lives, and 90% of my friends, she don't even know.
About 50% of my friends don't know him.
I'd say honestly, like for me growing up, the only issue was the fact that I had to share my birthday. I had to share like he said, the happy birthdays, it's your day, this is your cake. No, it's y'all. Ours. Us. We. Them.
Nosotros, no. Somos.
Right, like, it's me.
It's never
And
just
him.
about you. It's always you're
You know what I
sharing
mean?
it.
And then it was like, well, I really didn't have the problem with us dressing alike because I wore my clothes differently. So in that era of life of your pants sagging, I was that guy. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? My shirt was 3 times too big for me. His shirt was exactly the right size. So I mean, like, other than having to share that day, I mean, I didn't have no problem. I love my twin brother, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like I said, and like he said, growing up, I loved to fight. So I fight at my school. My brother ran track. I don't run track. I run from the police. You got a problem with my brother? I'm coming up there. But you're not going to know him as twin brother. You just know that while he's running track, I'm going to beat you up.
It's happened more than once.
You see the seriousness on my face?
Yeah. So I got the next question for you. I got the next question that came in, and I kind of remembered a lot of the questions because they were just funny to me. Was who was our favorite superheroes growing up?
Ours?
No, like who's yours and who's mine?
Okay, my superhero?
Yeah. Which, knowing him, it wasn't a superhero; it was a villain.
And you know what's crazy is my superhero wasn't super.
Who was it?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was my guy. You know, I mean, come on, the only guy that get on kids' TV and crack 2 beers and swallow them, and then throw his middle finger up. The only guy, the first guy in WWE to disrespect, to go against the authority. You know what I'm saying? He was very troublesome. I was very troublesome. I related to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know? Mine was the Flash. You know, I thought I was the quickest thing on the earth. You know, I love the fact that he can vibe through walls and, you know, speed up his molecules and do whatever, run on water. I just loved it. Time traveled, and that was something I've always, you know, loved to do. I can't wait to the day when we get so technologically advanced we can't time travel. You know, so that's why I love the Flash. You know, it was just like, yo, listen, the whole Flash, and actually, what most people don't realize is, next to Batman, the Flash has the biggest superhero family of all. You know, next to Batman and all, you know, Robin and all that other stuff. But Flash, you know, Kid Flash and Jesse Quick and all that. I just love that whole idea of family affair. You know?
Okay. So my next question just so happened to come from my Instagram, and it was about growing up. Now, the question was, if you could go back to one specific age and change spots with me, what age would it be and why that age?
I think it would be 13, 14. I think the summer before high school for me. And that was the whole Pokemon card situation at the library.
Yeah, but now remember, the question is what age?
Yeah, so it's like...
And switching spots with me.
Yeah, so I think it was like, I think we was 13 going into high school, it was 14. Because yeah, it was 14, the summer of 14.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a situation that happened with me, and this kid tried to run off with my Pokemon cards. I pretty much beat him up about it. And then I took his Pokemon cards. And then we went into the school year. You know, this was at the library. Then we went into the school year, and they were like, "Oh, Mr. Massie, come to the office." And now y'all didn't know, you know, I'm in a different school than he is and stuff. So when they called me to it, they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "No, that ain't me. That's my brother. That ain't me." And that was the first time I ever used his name in a bad way. And I'm like, I wonder how he must feel. Because before that, he used to do it to me all the time. So that was like the first time I did it to him, and I really wanted to know how he would feel to get in trouble for something that he did not do at all. So to me, I kind of was just like, I wonder if I put myself in his shoes to really understand how he felt, because I knew how it felt, that he would always put me in trouble, and I had no idea what happened. I wanted to see how he really felt in that situation.
So, to answer that, it was more just basic confusion because I knew nothing about the situation. but yet I knew I was in trouble the moment I walked through that front door. So it was really about, I'm like super confused. I need my mother to understand how confused I am because I don't know what happened. But if I could go back to an age and switch spots with you, I think it would be a year after that. Maybe a year and a half. The summer that you got your first cell phone. You were the first one and the only one to get a cell phone at that time.
Yeah.
I became very jealous because we are twin brothers. We the same age, same birthday, all that. So if he's old enough to get a cell phone, then what makes me not old enough to have a cell phone? Granted, I knew I wasn't mature enough for the phone, but it was about age. It wasn't about maturity. So if he's old enough to have the phone, then I'm old enough to have the phone.
You know, tomorrow it wasn't about age, it was about maturity.
Yeah,
But you in your head trying to justify, we're the same age.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. So the next question I got was, can you remember one time where you both got in trouble for something at the same time that you actually both did? When I seen this question, I was just like,
Something
man.
that we got in trouble for the same time for something we both did,
Yeah.
so we both participated in it.
I was like, man, oh man. And then I thought, when we moved to Boston, we went to the Greenwood School. I'm not going to get too much information because, you know, it's a little bit personal, but we went to the Greenwood School, and we was on the bus, and everybody was acting up, and my mom used to work for a bus company, and most people didn't know this. There was cameras everywhere on them buses. Everywhere. And we had them little white poppers. And we would go duck behind the seat, come up, throw the popper, duck behind the seat, run off to another seat, and just sit there and act like we were sitting there the whole time. And I remember that so clearly because my mother couldn't figure out which one of us was throwing the poppers, but in reality, we was lighting everybody up on that bus.
I remember that.
And when she had to go to the tape, I think she was more disappointed that I was involved versus you, because she expected it from you.
Mm-hmm.
But to realize that we both was doing it on some mischievous stuff, I think that was hilarious.
Do you remember when we, maybe like a month or two after we moved out to New York?
What do we
Right.
do?
So me, you, Marquise, Roberta, and Titi, we used to all go roof hopping. You remember that?
Oh, man.
So we ever so hopped on some guy's roof that was like 2 doors down. But we were children. We didn't know about construction and none of that. So we didn't realize that jumping on this man's roof, we was getting ready to put a hole dead in his roof. So that man he tried to catch all of us. He just so happened to catch me and Jamal and knew where we lived. So he dragged us home. Told my mother what happened. My mother told us to go to our room while she walked over to his house. And I don't know what she said, what he said, but she seen the hole in the roof and came home. Let me tell you, that was the first time in my life I actually prayed that the whooping would soon stop.
Yeah, me too.
That was a bad whooping.
That was a bad
That
whooping.
was a bad whooping.
That was a bad one. Yes. We got whoopings growing up, but honestly, I kind of think some of these kids nowadays need it.
They do. They do. They really do.
Yeah. So what's the next question you got?
The next question.
Well, mine is Marshall Montano, Ministry of the Road. It's a soca song. So I'm going to skip it a little bit because I love any type of music that makes you want to dance. And it's positive. Yes.
I'm mad you
And
went
I
to
can go-
soca because
I can go all day,
Yes.
all night with soca.
I hear you when
I can go all day, all night. What was
I
the
can
next
too.
question?
I can too, definitely. I'm mad you put that soca song on. It just made me want to play it. So,
Yeah.
if you could go into self-employment based on what you know, what you like, and what you currently professionally do, if you could take your life and blend it solely with your twin brother and create a business, what do you think that business would pertain?
You want me to answer first?
Yeah.
So, I got two answers. One is an old answer. I always thought me, him, and my other brothers would go and have a moving company business. And the reason is we've moved so much in our life.
I will not move again.
We can literally see an apartment full and be like, you need this size truck, you need this many boxes, and we are so accurate to the point where people have been like, how y'all know that? Because we've moved so much. We know how many people it's going to take to move an apartment, how fast it is, how long it's going to take to get to A to B, how long it's going to take us to unload, to load, what should be loaded first. That whole aspect, because we've moved so much. So I really used to think we would do that. Now, which most of y'all don't know, is I did start my own business recently, social media marketing, But I think one of the things I would do is deal with your home improvement, and I would take the marketing side of it and like the business side of it, and you'll take like more of the hands-on, not necessarily grunt work, but more the hands-on, the technical stuff.
So you're talking about like Property Brothers?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
But again, neither one of us are real estate agents, but I know how to market. I know how to find jobs and find stuff like that. So I think that would be something we could capitalize on like crazy. You feel me?
Definitely. I don't know. I see a different direction for us if we was to work together. I think our business would more so be inclined to music. I am a former DJ. I still DJ from time to time. And
I haven't DJed in over 10 years.
And he has a very profound love for music. And I specialize in Caribbean music. He specializes in Caribbean music. So with me being a DJ in Caribbean music and him having the heart for music, I definitely think that we could create a dynamic DJ team, a dynamic radio station, or something intertwined specifically with music. But if we were to go radio station, I'm trying to tell you, bro, we're going to have to sit down with Tom Jonah and Steve Harvey. Because I went to school for audio and visual broadcasting. My radio station has to be broadcasted on TV and radio. Like I don't want a radio station unless I can do both.
Yeah, I hate it.
If Steve Harvey could do it, I mean, yeah, he's rich beyond rich. If Tom Joyner can do it and he's all right, then I can do it.
Yeah. So my next question was, what is? And it's so funny because when the person that asked this question, I knew it. I knew they were going to ask this question. I'm not even going to put them on blast. They said, what is the best and worst attribute you have for your twin brother?
I would say the best attribute, and I'm not even going to say attributes, or what I love the most about my brother is I haven't always been a good brother. I'm not always a good person. But when I need my brother's help, my brother's always there. My brothers have never turned their back on me. I have multiple brothers, and I refer to all of them when I say this, but Jamal has taken a rap for me all through middle school, all through high school. With no hesitation. He just come in my room, bro, what happened? I was late, I told him I was with you. Oh, whatever, I need a couple dollars to make it through a night, or I just want a beer, or whatever. My brother's always there, whether he likes it or not. I mean, I might get questioned. I might have to present a survey to him on why I want what I want. But he always there. So I love the fact that my brothers is always there. I hate the fact that I have to answer 100 questions when I ask questions.
Yeah.
So if I say, all right, Jamal, let me borrow $10. Why do I want $10? What do I need $10 for? Where am I spending it? How long is it going to take me to get there to spend it? Who am I spending it on? Who am I sharing it with? Am I going to bring him back some? Is it something he can indulge? That's not a million questions. It's
Well,
either
why
you
do I
got
do
help-
that? Why do I do that?
I know why you do it.
Okay.
But still, dog, just either yes or no.
But I've gotten better at that though. Not asking a million questions. So
No,
for me,
now everything's a business proposition.
yeah, why not? So for me, the best thing about Twin is he doesn't see things as analytical as I do. To him, things are very black or white. Where I may overthink things and really stress out and my emotions may get the best of me, to him it's just like, yes,
No.
or no.
Period.
White or black. Up
Or
or
down.
down. Left
Or
or
right.
right. And for him, it helps get him through situations and not dwell on them. Where for me, it may take me a long time to get over a situation because it's rattling my mind, I'm overthinking it, or whatever the situation is. So for him, it's just be like, yo, it ain't that serious. Let it go. And sometimes that's helped me through a lot of nonsense in my life. Because it's like, I'll overthink everything, and it's like, come on. You know, so that concise, decisiveness is very, admirable for him. Well, for me, for him, The worst attribute, I won't even say it's the worst. The one that annoys me the most is he doesn't understand. I wouldn't say he doesn't understand. When it comes to loyalty, he's just like, so, and we're brothers, get over it. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, regardless of how it may hurt me, regardless of how it may affect me. He just does what the hell he wants to do, and it's so annoying sometimes, because sometimes it's like, yo, put my emotions first. If you dead somebody, you ain't rocking with somebody, I ain't rocking with them. I'm good. Just because you ain't rocking with them, period. That's it. That's it. And for him, he's like, that's your problem. Your issues with that person ain't my issues with that person. And that gets a little annoying at times, but it is what it is. I get over it eventually.
I'm sorry to be laughing, y'all, but there's a specific situation behind that last statement. But, I mean, like he said, that's your situation. And I mean, you choose a specific way to deal with it.
No explanation.
No, because I just feel as though I need to say this. I told you, if you chose a different route on dealing with the situation, then I got your back 100%. But because you chose to deal with the situation the way you dealt with it, that's why your situation with that person is your situation with that person.
I've gotten over it.
Right. I was always over it.
You weren't in it.
But
What was the next question?
my question, give me a second. I'm gonna think. Now I want to ask a personal question.
Oh,
I want to ask a personal question.
So mine is Marshall Montano, Ministry of the Road. It's a soca song. So I'm gonna skip it a little bit because I love any type of music that makes you want to dance and it's positive. Yes.
I'm mad you
And
went
I
to
can go-
soca because
I can go all day,
Yes.
all night with soca.
I hear you when
I can go all day, all night. What
I
was the
can
next
too.
question?
I can too, definitely. I'm mad you put that soca song on. It just made me want to play it. If you could take one attribute of mine for yourself what would it be?
For lack of better words, this is a family channel. The fact that you don't give a F.
I don't know. I think I would take on your people skills. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I can definitely hold a conversation in different aspects of the world, but I mean, I definitely got to give it to you. Your people skills are a little bit better than mine. So I would.
It's like being a chameleon. As long as you know where you're going, as far as the people you're around, you can talk to anybody.
I mean, I can talk.
The one thing we got from Pops is we got to get the gab.
I can talk to anybody,
Yeah.
but see, I don't take the time to think of, all right, do I talk to this person like this or do I talk? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you straight up, and if you don't like it, guess what? Walk away.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta talk to me no more.
Sometimes it's not always about that.
No,
But my next question I got from this person was, what is our favorite songs?
Right. Oh.
Ahora me toca a mí tratar de ser feliz sin usted y aprovechar que mi dolor se fue. No quiero. Si sufro no será por usted. Tú eres muy mala, no te quiero ni ver. Deja de llamar. Loca, deja de buscarme.
Oh.
Si tan perfecta eres, quédate con tu orgullo. Dile a él que te lo mame.
Alright, listen.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite songs. I've been listening
Who is
to
it?
that
Wait,
song.
tell them who's the vibe.
It's
So that way they can look it up.
So I'm gonna spell it out for y'all. So his name is JC space LA space NEVULA. The song is called QUEDATE
Let me see.
CONTU.
Cuarente con tu Oguero. Whatever.
Yeah.
It sounds dope. I've heard it before. So mine is Marshall Montano, Ministry of the Road. It's a soca song. So I'm gonna skip it a little bit because I love any type of music that makes you want to dance and it's positive. Yes.
I'm mad you
And
went
I
to
can go-
soca because
I can go all day,
Yes.
all night with soca.
I hear you when
I can go all day, all night. What
I
was the
can
next
too.
question?
I can too, definitely. I'm mad you put that soca song on. It just made me want to play a song. If you could relocate anywhere outside the United States, where would it be? But keep in mind, you can't come back to the U.S.
I'm going somewhere to the islands.
Where? Do you know which island?
I've only been to Grenada and I loved it. You know, I wouldn't mind going back there. But then again, you also got to remember, you're going from places like the United States where we have healthcare and, you know, all these different advancements versus a lot of the Caribbean islands are still considered third world countries. So you have to really factor in all that stuff. You know, if money was no option and I can bring a lot of stuff with me, like healthcare and a lot of technology and stuff, then yeah, I'll go right back to any island, honestly, any Caribbean island, because I just love the atmosphere, I love the food, I love the culture. So I would go to Grenada if I could, you know, and I visited any other islands, I'd go to any other island. I just, warm weather, you know, year-round warm weather, you know, I get to ride a motorcycle year-round, whatever. I love the atmosphere, I love the food, I love the culture. I'm going to any island, period.
That's cool. I think, as much as I love the Caribbean, I think to leave and not be able to come back to the United States, then I would definitely either go to Trinidad or the eastern border of South America, Venezuela, Honduras, preferably one of those two. I have a love for Trinidad. I also have Trinidad in my blood. But I grew up with a few Honduran friends. And
Yeah, this is long.
I've actually been to Honduras once. I loved it. It's different. They speak Spanish and Caribbean, patois. So you get the best of more than one culture in one location. So I mean, outside of Trinidad, then it would be South America, Venezuela, or Honduras.
Ooh. If we could take one day in the life in each other's shoes, and our current living situation, our current, world, day and time present, would you?
What do you mean? So like, if I could be you tomorrow?
Yeah. 24 hours.
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
I would. There's only one thing in life you've been through that I haven't, that I actually want to experience. And if I could do it in somebody else's shoes, even better, because then it's not my experience. I'm just living somebody else's.
This is what?
Your marriage. Because I don't see it happening. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love a woman. I do want to marry her, but I think I got too much pride to get on one knee, and she definitely got too much pride to see me on one knee. So yeah, we just gonna have to be married without being married. You heard? I love you, baby.
See, and for me, there's only one part of his life that really has given that I don't want to experience, but I wish I saw it through his eyes because I've never had to experience, and that was him being locked up. I can imagine it all throughout TV.
It's way
Exactly.
what y'all see on TV is not jail. It's not.
So just so I can say I've not necessarily experienced it, because I really don't wish upon anybody to have to go to jail for any reasons, but to understand his mindset, to be able to say, okay, now I get part of who you are, because that's something that's very, intense, and it's not the feeling, especially because I look at it as you're caged.
You're definitely caged.
And I don't like that feeling of being caged. So for me, it's just like I wonder how he dealt with it, because for me, even out of boredom, I'm starting in my head, and I'm just like I said before, I overthink things. So it's like, how would I have got through the time he served with his mind? And that's just one thing I would have, just been able to peek into his eyes. And
surprisingly, I got through that time broadening my horizon. Because if you noticed, I hated reading growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to jail and they told me 2 years, guess what I did? I picked up a book.
Yeah.
And I picked up the book that resembled closest to my life. And that's what introduced me to free reading. And then from there, I just kept picking up urban books until somebody introduced me to different types of books.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, as long as you don't walk around with your chest out, you know what I'm saying, your lip drooping like you the baddest thing on the block, then you'll make it through your time day by day. I mean, I woke up, I worked out in the morning, I read in the afternoon, and I played cards or dominoes at night. So I did something at different parts of the day, but every day I did something. And reading was probably the most fundamental thing I did, but that's what got me through my time, because I can block out the fact that I'm in an 8x11 cell. And even coming out of that cell, you're in a 50x120 cell, because you're just on a unit. So you leave one box to go to a bigger box.
Yeah.
It's 24-hour confinement, 16-hour lockdown.
I don't know, brother.
So your biggest issue would have been them 16 hours locked down.
Probably.
First rec is at 8 o'clock in the morning. Are you getting up?
I probably would have been up already.
Right. Now, see, I didn't get up that early, but at the same time, when I went to breakfast, I told the police, don't pop myself for first rec. But reading got me through my time.
But guys, if you like this Q&A and you want some more, of these type of videos where, different questions are being asked, just to get to know both of us.
We got juicy info.
Give a thumbs up. Again, like I said, we've lived almost complete different lives between brothers,
Yes,
and we've gone through some similar things, but a lot of different. And, if you really want to see, you know, us as twin brothers, fraternal twin brothers, you know, more of us, the Massie brothers, like click the thumbs up, hit that bell for the, you know, the notification bell, so every time we post, you guys can see a new video right when we drop it. And comment down below. Let us know what y'all want to see. All right.
Please comment.
All right. Let us know some good stuff, some challenges, some pranks. You know, some good stuff. Pranks are a little harder because we don't live together, so a little harder to do with one another. But we definitely will keep trying to push out videos for you guys, because at the end of the day, we're trying to open our lives up to you guys, so you guys can really understand who we are as Massie twins. You know. So, till next time, always be yourself. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. You ready
The
for
only
this?
way to be different is to be yourself.
Yeah, man. Let's get out.
Bokopina. 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 We see Bokopina. We see Bokopina. Bokopina. We see Bokopina. Jones have thugs and the De La Vega thugs. Stop, bang, stop, man, them. Gyal a been up in a 9 and in a 10. Say me nah go get a pussy.